What's up, champions, and welcome back to the channel. It's McKenna, and you know what time it is. We're here for the most anticipated video of the week, your one-stop shop for all things NRL tips and predictions. We're heading into round 25, and the competition is heating up. Final spots are on the line, and every single game matters. We've done the deep dive, we've crunched the numbers, and we've got the insights to get you ready for a massive weekend of footy. But before we get into it, let's hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a tip. First up, let's take a quick look back at round 24. We had a pretty good run, getting 5 out of 8 tips correct. The upsets were massive, and they've completely reshaped the top half of the ladder. Now, for the ones that got away. We tipped the Panthers to get the win over the Storm, but Melbourne pulled off a brilliant Golden Point victory. We also had the Dolphins upsetting the Broncos, but Brisbane showed their class to come back and get the win. And finally, we backed the Eels against the Rabbitohs, but the Bunnies held on for a narrow win, 5 out of 8. It's a great result and shows we are on the right track heading into the most important part of the season. Let's carry that momentum into round 25. Now, let's turn our attention to the main event, round 25. I've broken down every single game for you, with my tips, winning margins, and the percentage chance of them winning. This is the stuff you came for, so let's get into it. First up, the Thursday night clash, South Sydney Rabbitohs versus St. George Illawarra Dragons. The Dragons are coming off a tight loss to the Warriors, but showed plenty of fight. The Bunnies have been inconsistent, and while they've shown flashes, the Dragons have a lot more to play for, even with their faint finals hopes gone. I'm tipping the Dragons to win this one in a grinding, low-scoring affair. My tip, Dragons by 1 to 12 points, with a 63.7% chance of winning. Friday night brings us a country blockbuster in Mudgee, Penrith Panthers versus Canberra Raiders. The Raiders are sitting pretty at the top of the ladder, and they've been playing some outstanding football. The Panthers, despite their loss to the Storm, are still a formidable force. I think the home crowd advantage in Mudgee will play a big part. The Panthers will be fired up after their Golden Point defeat and will want to make a statement. My tip, Panthers by 1 to 6 points, with a 58.7% chance of winning. Also on Friday, it's a top 4 battle, Melbourne Storm versus Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. The Storm are flying high after their win over the Panthers, and they have the best attack in the competition. The Bulldogs are coming off a tough loss to the Roosters and seem to be faltering at the wrong time. With the Storm at home in Melbourne, and with some key players potentially returning, I can see this being a big win for them. My tip, Storm by 13 plus points, with a massive 81.6% chance of winning. Saturday's action starts with the Manly Sea Eagles versus Dolphins. Manly's season is on life support after their poor performance against the Tigers. The Dolphins, on the other hand, have been a surprise packet and are still in the hunt for a final spot. Their form has been much more consistent, and I'm backing them to get the job done on the road. My tip, Dolphins by 1 to 6 points, with a 54% chance of winning. Then we have the Gold Coast Titans versus New Zealand Warriors. The Titans are struggling and seem to have checked out for the year. The Warriors need this win to secure their spot in the top 4. While their attack has been a bit clunky, their defense has been good enough. Desperation and a spot in the top 4 will see the Warriors through. My tip, Warriors by 1 to 6 points, with a 51.2% chance of winning. Saturday night's final game is a huge one for the Eels, Parramatta Eels versus Sydney Roosters. The Eels are now well out of finals contention and playing for pride. The Roosters are on a mission to secure a top 8 spot and are in red-hot form. Their attack is firing, and I don't see the Eels being able to contain them. My tip, Roosters by 13 plus points, with an 82.1% chance of winning. On Sunday, it's the Newcastle Knights versus Brisbane Broncos. The Knights are on a dreadful losing streak and are struggling to score points. The Broncos, despite their injury woes, found a way to win last week and are a class outfit. They will be too strong for the struggling Knights. My tip, Broncos by 7 to 12 points, with a 66.3% chance of winning. And to round out the weekend, we have the West Tigers versus North Queensland Cowboys. The Tigers are coming off a fantastic win and playing with great energy. The Cowboys had a good win against the Knights, but their overall form has been shaky. At Leichhardt, the Tigers will be playing for their home fans, and their recent form suggests they can pull off another win here. My tip, West Tigers by 1 to 6 points, with a 63.3% chance of winning. Finally, the Cronulla-Sutherland Sharks have the bye this round. So there you have it, my comprehensive tips and predictions for round 25 of the 2025 NRL season. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our content. Let me know your tips in the comments below, and let's see if we can get a perfect round this time. Until next time, stay safe and enjoy the footy.
These Eels, electric. Russell scores. That's a beauty. Now Walker. Hawkins intercept Reynolds. Now has he got the pace? Reynolds, 30 metres to go. 20, 10. He's going to get there, is he? They drag him down, slides over. And the veteran, Adam Reynolds, gets a try for Brisbane. He was on the treadmill the last 10 metres, but he got there. Now Reynolds inside to Hetherington. Kobe Hetherington breaks through. He re-signed with the club during the week, and he celebrates with a try. Well done, Kobe Hetherington. Puts Brisbane in front. De Silva looks one way, goes the other. Hopgood to Moses. Moses with a little chip over the top. Oh, yeah! Zach Lomax. What a try. Then Parramatta do hit back. Williams goes to the dummy half. He's up with Hawkins. Hawkins to Papali. Papali to Moses. Moses to Penasini. Accelerates. Gets it out wide. And there's another try of Zach Lomax. De Silva. Moses. Now Papali to Penasini. Penasini for the line. He's going to be stopped. And he gets a pass away that went forward. It went forward.
Front of him, Mitchell. Forward pass.
Ready. 25 away from the line. Hawkins to Papali. Here's the Fox. The Fox for 150. They stop him just short of the line. Katoni Staggs with a try saver. Last play, Brisbane. Walsh called for it on the short side. Nice bit of footwork from Walsh. He's got support on the inside. It's Billy Walters. Walters for the line. Walters scores. Oh, you said he can find the try line. He does it again for Brisbane. We're all locked up. Billy Walters. De Silva. They go to the left. Hawkins, quick hands. Here's the Fox. Reaches out and scores. Try number 150 in a stellar career. Well done, Josh Addo-Carr, on a wonderful milestone.